Welcome back to DRAWPEDIA tutorials. Today I'm gonna teach how to draw ScrapKnight Jules from Fortnite. If you're new to this channel, be sure to like, subscribe and comment below. I'm gonna draw on my Wacom tablet, but you can follow my tutorials with any other media that you have, whether it's pencil color, Sharpie or crayon. Now first of all, I'm gonna draw her hairline with a line across. And from the middle of that line, I'm gonna draw an arch curve line to the left at the upper corner. Turn it back downwards on the left, semicircle turn diagonally outwards with a curved line, sharp turn back upwards diagonally to the right. Mirror that same shape of the hair on the right side. And on the right side, I'm gonna extend it upwards. An arch curve line back to the middle of her hairline. Below the hair, on the left, I'm going to draw the shape of her face with curved line downwards. Turn it inwards to her jaw. Turn it diagonally to the right and downwards. Curved line across on her chin. Turn it diagonally back upwards and mirror the whole thing on the right side of her face. Now in the middle of her face, off center to the left, I'm going to draw her eyebrow with a short line downwards. At that corner, curved line across and slightly upwards to the left for the lower line of her eyebrow, curved line across to the left. Repeat that same curved line for the upper line of the eyebrow. Below the eyebrow, I'm going to draw her eye from the inner corner, diagonal curved line upwards to the right, curved line across and turn it slightly downwards, curl it upwards at the outer corner of her eye. I'm gonna thicken the upper line of her eye at the outer corner. For the lower line of her eye, I'm gonna draw a curved line across from the inner corner to the left at this lower point. Turn it diagonally upwards at the outer corner of her eye. Inside of the eye, I'm gonna draw her pupil with a circular shape in the middle point. And inside of that, a small circle on the top right corner and a black circle in the middle of the pupil. Below the eye, I'm going to draw two small rectangular shape right there, and I'm going to copy the whole thing on the right side of her face. At the inner corner of her right eyebrow, I'm going to draw a curved line downwards and slightly to the left. And below that, in the middle of her face, I'm going to draw the tip of her nose with a small U curved line right there. And below that, another U curved line and another U curved line below that. At the side of her nose, I'm going to draw a curved line downwards on both the left and right. Below the nose, I'm going to draw her mouth with curved line across from the left corner to the right. And from the same left corner, I'm going to draw the upper lips with diagonal curved line across to the right. Semicircle turn downwards in the middle of her lips. And mirror the whole thing for the right side. For the lower lips, I'm going to take the same corner on the left and draw a diagonal curved line across to the right and downwards, curved line across in the middle, and turn it back diagonally upwards on the right side. At the side of her face, I'm going to draw her sideburn with curved line upwards and out on the left right there. And at the outer corner of that, I'm going to draw her ear with curved line downwards, turn it diagonally inwards to the right. And below that, I'm going to draw her earring with curved line downwards, flare it out to the left, and turn it back inwards to the right at the lower point. At that ending point, short line upwards, turn it diagonally up to the left, turn it up, sideways to the right and slightly downwards, turn it up, turn it across to the left and slightly up, turn it upwards, across to the right and slightly up, upwards, turn it across to the left and slightly downwards, turn it upwards. Inside of the earring, I'm going to draw a short line downwards at that corner. Above the ear, I'm going to draw the strap of her goggles with two curved lines upwards, right there. And at that ending point, I'm going to draw a short line across, turn it diagonally upwards on both ending points to the right and upwards. At that ending point, I'm going to draw a curved line across diagonally to the right and downwards, turn across to the right, and at that point I'm going to draw a piece of hair with curved line diagonally up to the left, sharp turn back diagonally down on the right corner. And for the goggles, on the left side of that, at the upper corner, curved line across to the left, turn downwards. Inside of that shape, I'm going to trace the same outline along the edge, like that. I'm going to copy the whole thing on the right side of her head. Now in the middle of her goggles, I'm going to arch curve line on all ending points. At the side of the goggle on the left, I'm going to draw her hair with curve line downwards and flare it out, turn it back inwards at the lower point. Below that, diagonal curve line downwards, turn it back diagonally inwards. Mirror that same curved line on the right corner, extend it upwards to the side of her cheek. At the ending point below, I'm going to draw her braid with diagonal curved line from the right corner to the left and downwards, and another similar curved line below that, turn upwards on the right ending point, flare it out and turn it back inwards. Mirror that same shape on the outer corner on the left, and in the middle of those shapes I'm going to draw from the upper middle point, diagonal line across to the right and downwards. Below that, I'm going to copy the whole thing again, like that, and I'm going to copy the same set of shape again downwards 3 more times. And as we go further down, we're gonna make it smaller and smaller. At the ending point below, I'm gonna draw a small rectangular shape, and above that rectangular shape at the side, curve line upwards on both the left and right. Below that rectangular shape, I'm gonna draw curve line downwards on the left, flare it out and turn it back inwards, sharp turn upwards on the right corner with curve line, and below the rectangular shape on the right, curve line downwards, flare it out to the right and turn it back inwards, curl it back to the right, sharp turn upwards on the left corner. Mirror the whole thing on the right side of her head. Now below her head, I'm gonna draw her neck on the left corner with curved line downwards, and I'm gonna mirror that on the right side. At the ending point below, at the outer corner of the neck, diagonal curved line downwards to the middle point, curved line across to the right, and turn it back diagonally up on the right corner. Below that ending point on the right, I'm gonna draw a line downwards at that corner, turn it downwards and semi-skirted to the right at that corner. Inside of that shape, I'm gonna trace the same line along the edge at this inner corner, and inside of that, on the left corner, a short line across to the right, turn it diagonally up to the right. Mirror the whole thing on the left side. In the middle of those two set of shape, I'm gonna draw below her neck a circular shape in the middle point right there. And at the side of that, I'm gonna draw a line outwards to the left, turn it diagonally down to the left, turn it downwards, across to the right and slightly up, sharp turn diagonally downwards to the left, diagonal turn across to the right and slightly downwards, turn it back diagonally upwards, across to the right, turn it downwards in the middle point right there, across to the right, turn it back upwards, mirror the whole thing on the right side. Above that circular shape, I'm going to draw a curved line across from the left corner, turn it upwards on both ending points, and from the same ending point, diagonal line downwards and out on both the left and right. Now on her neck on the left, I'm going to draw a curved line downwards and another curved line downwards to the right side of that. Mirror that same set of curved line on the right corner. And in the middle of those two shapes, a V shape below her chin right there, and another similar V shape below that. Turn it upwards on both ending points at the side. Below that whole thing, at the inner corner of her left braid, I'm going to draw a curved line across and slightly downwards to the right. Arch it upwards to the middle point, and in the middle, I'm going to draw a short line upwards, a short line across to the right and turn it back downwards. Mirror the whole thing on the right side of her armor. Above that set of shape, I'm going to draw a curved line across from the left corner to the right. Below that whole thing, I'm going to draw a curved line downwards on the left corner. Turn it diagonally inwards to the right. Curved line downwards below that ending point and turn it inwards on her waist. Flare it back outwards to the left and turn it downwards. Mirror that same set of line on the right side. Now above her tummy, in the middle point, I'm going to draw a line across. Turn it diagonally downwards on both the left and right. Repeat that same set of lines again at this lower point. A line across on both ending points on the left and right. Below that, I'm going to draw a U curved line across from the inner corner to the right side right there. And inside of that, another similar curved line again along the edge. Short line across at the ending point on both the left and right to the outer corner. Above that U curved line, I'm going to draw a small circular shape at that point. Above that set of shape on the top left corner, I'm going to draw a curved line downwards and flare it out to the right. Curl it back out to the left and a line across to the side of her rib right there. Repeat that same set of line again at this lower point and on the right side. And inside of that shape on the right corner, I'm going to draw two rectangular shapes at that point. And at the outer corner on the left, from the upper point, curve line diagonally downwards to the left. Below the U curve line in the middle of her armor, I'm going to draw a small rectangular shape at that point. And on the left side of that U curve line out to the side of her waist, turn it diagonally downwards. Repeat that same line again at this lower point. And below that, slightly to the right, I'm going to draw a diagonal curve line downwards to the left, sideways to the left at that corner. Repeat that same set of line again at this lower point. And at the ending point on the left, from the side of her waist, diagonal line downwards to the right, and another similar diagonal line on the right side of that. Continue that line below that set of curve line at this lower point, and in between those shapes, at the side of her tummy, I'm going to draw a rectangular shape at that corner, and at the lower point right there, and another one below that. Mirror the whole set of shape on the right side. Below that whole thing in the middle point, I'm going to draw the buckle of her belt with a rectangular shape. Right there. And inside of that, from the top right corner, diagonal line downwards to the left. Mirror that same line at the lower point. And from the ending point above, a line across to the left. Turn it downwards, across to the right. On the left corner, I'm gonna copy the same diagonal line right there. And on the right side of the buckle, I'm gonna draw a small rectangular shape at that corner. At the outer corner of the buckle, curve line outwards on the left side and slightly down. Repeat that same line again at this lower point. A line downwards at the ending point on the left. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw some small rectangular shapes. And on the left side of that whole thing, at the upper corner, I'm going to draw a diagonal line upwards to the left, across to the left and slightly downwards. Turn it downwards at the outer corner on the left. Turn it downwards, across to the right, and turn it diagonally upwards to the side of her belt. Inside of that shape, I'm gonna trace the same outline along the edge at this lower point. And above that, I'm gonna draw two rectangular shapes at that corners. Mirror the whole thing on the right side. Below the belt at the side, a short line downwards on the left corner, and below that, I'm going to draw a diagonal line across to the right and slightly downwards. Semi-turn downwards at that corner, turn it downwards, semi-turn diagonally out to the left and downwards, turn it downwards, and semi-turn to the left, turn it upwards at that corner. And from the ending point above, a line downwards at that corner. Along the edge of that shape on the right and at the upper corner, I'm going to trace the same outline. And at the lower point, across to the left. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw a small arch curved line at this upper point. Turn it downwards and slightly to the left on both sides. U curve line across from the left ending point to the right. On the left side of that, at the upper corner, I'm going to draw an arch curve line to the left, turn it downwards, turn U curve line to the right, turn it back upwards on the right corner. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw a long rectangular shape on the left corner right there, and on the right side of that, in the middle point, a line across to the right, turn it upwards, arch curve line to the right. And below that, I'm going to draw another arch curve line, turn it downwards and slightly to the left on the left ending point, U curve line to the right, and a line upwards on the right corner. Now on the right side of that whole thing, I'm going to draw a diagonal line upwards to the right at that corner, and below that I'm going to draw a similar diagonal line, extend it upwards to the right, and at the ending point above, a line across from the left to the right, turn it upwards on both ending points, extend it further up on the right corner, sharp turn diagonally across to the left and downwards. Now below the buckle over belt, I'm going to draw a circular shape at that corner. And inside of that, I'm going to draw another smaller circular shape. Above the circular shape, I'm going to align upwards to the buckle, and I'm going to align at the lower point as well at that corner. At the outer corner of the bigger circular shape, at the lower point, I'm going to draw a similar curved line at the outer corner right there. Turn it diagonally down to the outer corner and downwards on both sides. Turn it upwards with a short line. Turn it back diagonally inwards to the middle point. Curve line upwards, similar to the side of the circular shape. Turn it diagonally up to the left, upwards at that corner. Turn it diagonally inwards to the middle point. Curve line across, similar to the side of the circular shape. And I'm gonna mirror the whole thing on the right side. Below that, at the tip on the left, a line across to the right and slightly up. Turn it diagonally down to the middle point. Mirror that same set of line on the right corner. Turn it downwards on both sides. Semicircle turn to the right at the left corner. A line across to the right and semicircle turn back upwards on the right corner. Inside of that shape, I'm going to trace the same outline along the edge. Now inside of that shape, off center to the left, a line downwards. Semicircle turn diagonally across to the left, turn it downwards. Turn it diagonally down to the right, across to the right, and mirror the same set of line on the right side. At the outer corner of that shape, at the upper point, I'm going to draw a short line downwards on the left corner and on the right side as well. On the left side of that, I'm going to draw a diagonal curve line across to the left and upwards at that point. Below, I'm going to draw the inner line of her leg, off center to the left, with curve line downwards and slightly to the left. Turn it diagonally out to the right, semicircle turn downwards. Turn it diagonally across to the left, curve line across to the left. Turn it diagonally down, across to the left with a short line, turn it upwards. Now at that ending point, I'm going to draw a curve line upwards on the right side right there, across to the left, turn it downwards at the outer corner, turn it diagonally out to the left and downwards, turn it downwards and turn it diagonally inwards to the right. Inside of that shape on the left corner, I'm going to draw a diagonal line across to the right and upwards at that point. Turn it up across to the left. Above that whole thing, I'm gonna draw a short line up at that corner. Now on her thigh, from the inner corner, I'm gonna draw a curved line diagonally down at this lower point to the left and downwards. Curved line across to the left, semicircle upwards at this outer point. Turn it up and turn it diagonally up to the right. Semicircle upwards and semicircle to the left. On the left side of that set of shape, I'm gonna trace the same set of line along the edge. And at this lower point to the inner corner. Above that whole thing, I'm gonna draw two rectangular shapes at that corner. Now below that whole thing, I'm gonna continue the line of her legs downwards on both the left and right. Flare it out diagonally to the outer corner and semicircle back inwards. I'm gonna do the same thing on the left side right here and curve line across in the middle point. Below that on the left, I'm gonna draw a curve line downwards for her knee pad. Turn it diagonally inwards to the right and turn it downwards. Turn it back out and downwards. Curve line across to the right. Stretch it downwards in the middle point. Turn it back upwards at the inner corner on the right there. Turn it diagonally up to the left. Turn it upwards. Turn it diagonally up to the right and turn it upwards. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw a rectangular shape in the middle point. And on the right side of that whole thing, I'm going to draw a line downwards. Turn it sideways to the left at the lower point. Copy the whole thing on the right side. Now below the knee pad at the side, diagonal line downwards to the middle point on both the left and right. Curve line across in the middle point below that. Repeat that same set of line again at this lower point. Now below the knee, I'm going to draw a diagonal curve line downwards and out on the left. Turn it downwards and slightly inwards. Turn it diagonally inwards. Turn it down and semicircle turn out to the outer corner on the left. Turn it downwards at that point. Curve line across to the right. In the outer corner of that shape, at the side of that set of line, I'm going to draw a diagonal curve line upwards. Turn it back inwards at the upper corner. Repeat that same curve line again at this right corner. Below the knee, I'm going to draw two small rectangular shapes in the middle point right there. On the left side of that rectangular shape, I'm going to draw a line downwards, extend it down and turn it diagonally out at this lower point. Turn it back downwards and turn it sideways to the right. Turn it upwards on the right corner, turn it diagonally up to the right. Turn it upwards, semicircle turn to the right and diagonally up. Curve line upwards at that corner, turn it diagonally inwards to the side of her knee pad. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw a line downwards at that corner. Turn it diagonally to the left, turn it downwards at that point. Above her ankle point, I'm going to draw a curved line across at that corner. Turn it upwards on the right side and curve line across to the left. Inside of that, I'm going to draw a thick line across in the middle point right there. And above that, I'm going to draw a diagonal curve line outwards to the right. Turn it up and slightly inwards at the upper corner. Repeat that same curve line again on the left corner. Right there. and continue the line of her legs downwards above her ankle. Flare it out to the right and turn it back diagonally inwards. Mirror that same set of line on the left corner. Curve line across at the ending point below. Now below the ankle on the left corner, diagonal line across to the left and downwards. And at that ending point, I'm going to draw a diagonal curve line across to the right and slightly downwards. And another similar diagonal line at this lower left corner. And another one below that. At the ending point above, diagonal line across to the left. And at the ending point on the right, I'm going to draw a similar diagonal line across as well. Below that whole thing, at the lower left corner, continue the line of her foot diagonally across to the left. And at that ending point, diagonal curve line across to the right and slightly downwards. Short line across to the right. Turn it downwards. Semicircle turn across with curve line to the left. Turn it up and turn it diagonally up to the right. Now for the right side of her foot, curve line downwards on the right corner right there. Sideways to the left. Turn it diagonally up to the left. Sharp turn downwards with curve line and turn it slightly to the left. Turn it back out to the right. Flare it out diagonally to the right and up. Turn it back inwards and diagonally to the left. On the left side of that shape, at the lower point, I'm going to draw a curve line across to the left. I'm going to mirror the whole thing on the right side. Now for her arms, on the left, I'm going to draw her shoulder pad with curve line downwards at the outer corner of her braid. Turn it diagonally out to the left and downwards. Sideways to the left. Curve line upwards and turn it diagonally up to the right. Across to the right at the upper corner. Inside of the shoulder pad, I'm going to trace the same outline on the lower point and on the right side. On the top right corner of the shoulder pad, I'm going to draw a diagonal line upwards at that point, and slightly to the right, I'm going to draw another similar line. A short line across at the ending point above. Below the shoulder pad, a short line downwards at this lower point, and below that ending point, curve line across. Turn it downwards at the outer corner. Short line to the right and turn it downwards. Semicircle turn to the right. Semicircle turn back upwards on the right corner. Semicircle turn diagonally across to the right and slightly up. Turn it upwards at the inner corner. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw some curved lines across at the upper point. Right there. And below that whole thing, I'm going to continue the line of her arms at the outer corner with a short line and at the inner line on the right. Below that ending point, curve line across to the left. Below that ending point, a curve line across to the left. Turn it diagonally up on the left corner. Turn it downwards. Turn it diagonally down to the right. Turn it downwards. Turn it diagonally down to the left and turn it downwards. Across to the right and slightly up. Turn it upwards at that corner. Turn it across to the right. Turn it upwards. And at that ending point, I'm going to draw a tilted rectangular shape across at that corner. And above that rectangular shape, continue the line from the lower point up. Turn it diagonally upwards to the left. Turn it upwards at that corner. At the inner corner of that gauntlet, I'm gonna draw a line downwards at the ending point. turn it across to the left. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw a line across at the upper corner and another one at the lower corner. Turn it upwards and slightly to the right. Continue that line upwards above that rectangle shape. Below that whole thing on her wrist, I'm going to draw a curved line across and another curved line across above that. A line downwards at the ending point on the right. Above that, I'm going to draw a line upwards at the inner corner of her arm. Continue that line downwards below the wrist. And below that ending point, flare it out with curved line to the right. And below the pouch, a line downwards. Semicircle turn at the tip of her thumb on the left corner. A line upwards and turn it diagonally up to the left. Below the thumb, I'm going to draw a diagonal line downwards for her finger to the left. Turn it downwards, semicircle turn back upwards at the tip of that finger on the left. And above that ending point, I'm going to draw a short line across. Turn it upwards on both sides and curved line across at the ending point above. A line upwards above that and two curved lines across on her wrist at that corner. Now for the other fingers, I'm going to trace the same shape in between the finger and the thumb at that point. And another one to the right side of that. And on each fingers and thumb, I'm going to draw a curved line across in the middle point. I'm going to mirror the whole thing on the right side. And that's all for our tutorial today. I hope you enjoy it and find my lessons helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to drop your requests, suggestions, or any other comments in the comment section below. See you next time!